Okay, so today we are going to discuss about your uh, what purchase order, right? Purchase order and about your what is that? Goods receipt and invoice verification, right? So first we'll see the purchase order and goods receipt. Then only then after that we can see the goods receipt. Okay, so first of all, we'll see these two things. Just a minute. Okay, so last class we have seen the procurement process. Hopefully, the past part we have discussed the past lesson. That is procurement process, different external procurement processes, and also we have discussed some special type of procurement process, that is stock transport with stock transport order, subcontracting, vendor consignment. Also we have seen the organizational level, and you can also see the client and company code, plant, storage location, purchasing group, purchasing organization. All these details also we have seen in the last class. So today we will see how to maintain a purchase order, right? So before going to discuss this purchase order, or let me show you for what purpose or what is the business example for maintaining a purchase order, right? So this lesson introduce the purchase order as an important element and of the external procurement process, as it provides an introduction onto the structure of purchase order documents, or how the SAP system handles the way purchase documents are created and issued. So what is the business example? Business example, if you can see better, you will go for the business example, then only the students will be easily you can understand what exactly this purchase order is all about. Okay, so in your company, suppose in your company, the materials must be procured from external vendors. Okay, so whatever material you have all the requiring for your company, all the material you are procuring from an external vendor, right? So as an employee working in the purchasing department, what you will do? So you need to know about the procurement process. You need to know about the procurement process, especially the purchase order. Okay, so what actually this purchase order will consist, that things as an employee you must know, right? So for this reason you require the following knowledge. Yeah, anyone else want to say anything? Okay, so for this reason uh, you require the following knowledge. Somebody is waiting. Lobby. Okay. So for this reason, and you require the following knowledge. What is the require what you require to know? An understanding of the various documents that you can refer to when creating a purchase order, an understanding of the most important element of a purchase order, and how to enter and issue simple purchase order. So mostly you can see the various aspect of the purchase order, and you can see you mostly will use the transaction code or ME21N. That is what you need to remember. Or you need to remember the per purchase order you are using the transaction code ME21N. I think I have shared one list of transaction code, or specifically all the list of transaction code will be shared in a single page. Hopefully, the past batch student got that list of transaction code. Am I right?
Yes, sir. So
Okay.
now I can able to access that server, sir.
Okay.
So
Okay. Okay. Good. Good. So you should access. So I'll we may take your help. Okay. So the main focus is on using the transaction. This includes the basic structure of a single transaction and navigation. Okay. Anyhow, we'll see what exactly this purchase order will consist of. So here mostly we will see maintaining a purchase order, execute print output and purchase order. Okay, so how to execute this purchase order and all these things we can see. So see, before what exactly in an organization we can see, uh, first the first thing is that we will issue a purchase order. Once we will issue a purchase order, then and the next operations will be goods received, and after goods received then we will go for the invoice verification or invoice documents. So this is the sequence of operation that we are going to discuss in this lecture, or that for purchase order, or we are using the transaction code ME21N, and for goods received we are going for the MIGO, that is MIGO, or you can call it as MIGO screen. Okay, so invoice document will go for the transaction code MIRO. Okay, so here in first we will discuss this purchase order, how to create that purchase order, or what is the document required for the purchase order. Okay, to create a purchase order, or to create a purchase order, or what are the documents we require, we will see in this diagram clearly. Okay, so hopefully everyone are able to see my page, my PDF page, right? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what exactly this purchase order will consist of? The purchase order will consist of all your item details, for what you are procuring, or what is the amount of purchase is, what is the amount of item you are purchasing, or from which plant you are purchasing, or you can call it as for which storage location you are purchasing the item. Okay, so that is what purchase order will all consist of. So we can require the all the information that will be necessary for creating this purchase order. We will get those informations either from master data, or from contract, or from quotation, or from purchase requisitions, or from purchase previous purchase order, or without reference also we can create a purchase order. But you can see that who will create that purchase order? Yes, anyone? Who will create the purchase order? The purchasing organization, right? The purchasing organization on of the particular, any particular company or any particular plant, and or whether it is plant specific, or company specific, or cross plant and specific, the respective purchasing organization will create the purchase order. And after creating that purchase order will be sent to the vendor, right? And the purchase order will be sent to the particular vendor. Then only based on the purchase order, the vendor will send the what material, whatever or material you have ordered. Based on your purchase order only, they will send that material. I hopefully you got to know what is this purchase order will, how this purchase order will works, and actually what happens, or what is the documents required, or what is the material required to write in this purchase order. That part we will see. That part we will see here. Let me see what exactly it is here. See what this purchase order will consist of. It will consist of one header data. Okay, actually this purchase order will be consisting of this format. That is what I will do. I will show you. Yeah, in this figure you can clearly see. See this purchase order, when you click the transaction code ME21N, then clearly you can enter into this tab. Okay, this is the purchase order tab will look like this one. Okay, so your purchase order tab will be look like this one, and in the left hand side you will be one tab called document overview. Okay, in the left side you will be document overview, and in the right hand side you will see the first one is header, and the second one will be your item overview tab, and the last one will be your item details. uh, all the informations you will give in the item details, and about this particular item you will give the item overview. Over here you will give the plant information, for which plant you are ordering the item, or for which storage locations you are ordering the item, or for how much quantity of items you are ordering, or how much units you are ordering, or what is the unit price of that particular item you are requiring. All the information about the particular item you can and put it here. And in item details, the history and the previous purchasing in all the informations about the item you will get to know in the item details tab. Okay, but here are you can see, just a minute. Okay, so so obviously you need to know that at am I audible, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
so you need to know that at in an purchase order you have in document overview and a header and item overview and item details. Okay, so this is what all the informations what is there I will show you in the actual screen, then only you will able to know how you will got to know all these informations. Okay, so here you can see you can have options called create and display and changes and other purchase order also, so you can refer it here. Okay, so you'll see those part, but few of these four or will be is not collapsible. Which one is not collapsible? Sudipta, which one is not collapsible? Sudipta, which one is not collapsible?
Sir, item details.
Item details is not collapsible.
No, sir, item overview.
Item overview is not
Yes.
collapsible.
Yes, sir.
You can see those part at which one is not collapsible. So that is what questions are there. I think you have got to know that when you have serve when you have go for the assignment or assessment, some questions will be there. So you need to know what are the function of each and everything. So what is this header data will consist of? The header data, you enter all the data relevant for the entire order, such as vendor address and organizational level, and all these things will be like for which organization you are ordering that material, or for which vendor, the information also you will be provided in the header. In the item overview, so you enter the items comes with the most important data such as material quantity, delivery date, price and plant. All these details will be provided in the item overview. In the item details, item detail tell the item detail tell you can add some additional data for a particular item if necessary, such as additional taxes, account assignment, specification and confirmation. All these things we can provide in the item detail. Okay, and document overview, so we can get to know that previous purchase, I mean your purchase order history, purchase quotation, sorry, request for quotation and purchase requisitions. All the information you will get to know in the document overview. Okay, so and the path to get this purchase order is that you can go for what at this is not the path. I will show you the path. I think, let me see whether it is there or not. See, something is here. We can go for this document overview of. We can collapse this document overview also. Document overview on and collapsible area. Collapsible area is item overview. We can collapse. See, you can also expand the item details, but you cannot expand that item overview. Sorry, you cannot collapse that item overview. Okay, so these are the things it is there, I think, in the purchase order. And yeah, so what we need to create that purchase order. So before going for that create from the purchase order, or let me take you to the wait, yeah. So what exactly in this screen also you can see clearly all the details about this purchase order. Here you can see the header data. In the header you can see this is the header one, and the header data you have purchasing organization and purchasing group, company code. About see, you need to know that, and because sometimes questions will be asked like in the header organizational data, what are the things you can get it. You need to put the purchasing organization, you need to put the purchasing group. So do not get confused. Purchasing organization and purchasing group, both the things are two different things, not the single one. Okay, purchasing group is different thing, purchasing organization is different thing. And company code also information you can get to know in the header data. In the item overview, you need to put the material and some quantity, the number units, how much it is in piece or any other form you can get to know, and also delivery date and price. And this is actually all the tax informations will be there in the header data. Okay, so that things you need to know. What else is there? It is showing here. Yes, how to create that purchase order. So this is the path that you need to know how to create that purchase order. So logistic, material management, purchasing, purchase order, create and create, and then you go to the vendor and supplying plant known IME 21N. So there, let me take you to the interface so that you will able to know how to create that purchase order. So in order to go back to the home, what is the command that we are using? A transaction code. Yes. So we are using /n whenever you are going in whenever you are any tab, you put the /n and then you will come to the home page. So am I clear up to this? Am I clear? My live server is there in your screen or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So you can see my live server, and this is the tab that initially you will get into it. So, and this is the tab that that mostly all the transaction code or that we are using. You can write the transaction code, and you will be directed to that particular tab for which transaction code you are writing here. Okay, so in order to get at the purchase order, what is the transaction code we are using?
ME21N.
ME21N. So you can write down directly, and you can get to know this interface. Okay, so you can see here. Okay. So this is looks like this. Your purchase order tab, it looks like this. So by writing only the transaction code, I am directly come to this step. But how to what is the proper way of getting into this purchase order, then I will show you the path. Okay, so suppose that is what this is your SAP menu bar. So what you need to go, you need to go to the logistic. Okay, you can go to the logistic. Under logistic you go to the material management. Under material management you will go to the purchasing. Okay, and then you will go for the purchase order. Okay, then you can see in the create tab, under create tab you have ME21N, right? uh, can you get this path? Hopefully all of you get this path to get into the ME21N. If you double click this ME21N also, you will be directed to that tab. Just double click it, and also I am in the same tab. Okay, I am in the same tab. Okay, so we can go for the in the left hand side you will go the item document overview on. Okay, so this is the document overview tab, and this is your header data, and this is your item overview, and in the down you can see the item details. Okay, the item details you will be actually, I think I have some problem with my laptop so that I could not able to scroll down. Okay, so in the down you can see the item details. Okay, so to create a, I mean, what exactly this header data will consist of, you can see you have some delivery, the invoice, that is payment terms. So what is your terms and condition on payment, and is in how many days you want to do the payment, and then all this information, or currency, what is the exchange rate, okay, goods received message, or you want to have any message or not, anything else you can give the information. And also if you have any condition, and you can put the condition here also, and in the item details also, you can put the condition. But here you can go for, and if you want to write any text to the vendor, then you can write the text here also while creating that purchase order. And address also, you can put the address, yes, of your company or of your organizations, you can put the address. Yes, or if you want to put the vendor address also, you can give the vendor address here. And communications, you can put all those address and communications here, and you can add the partner name and number also, suppose you have any. So additional data, under additional data you will have the validity start and end. Okay, and most importantly the organizational data, you need to mention it. This is mandatory thing. So purchasing organization, purchasing group, and company code, all these informations you need to compulsorily put it. Okay, and status and payment processing, all the informations you can get it in the header tab. Okay, in the item overview, you can see, you can put the material, for which material you are ordering the purchase order, or short text, or purchase order quantity, or delivery date, net price, currency, purchase order, material group, plant, and storage location also. Storage location actually, what happened to this? This is not working properly, I think. My laptop has some problem, I think. Yeah, actually the scroll down will be there, or scroll left or right options will be there in the below. It is not showing to me. Okay, or else you can show it. See the storage location, requisitioner, or all these informations related to that particular item. You can get it. You can see the purchase requisitions and request for quotation also. All this will be here only. Okay, so this is the interface is that I was talking about while creating that, while demonstrating that purchase order. See, so this is one and how to create a purchase order, or the steps are there. You can go to that particular path, material management, purchasing order, purchase order. You can put the all these information, standard information, and document overview, the vendor, the document data, and choose enter. Then you will go for the then you will go for the organizational data, purchasing organization, purchasing group, company code, all these informations you need to put to unit, and then you can save to create that purchase order. Okay, these all these one by one, and I will show you. So just you need to execute all these things, because see, it is all these step by step things are there, or you can practice. You can practice this by taking this by taking this all the information, okay, in your that PDF. Okay, and in the document overview you can see all these informations are, you can get purchase order, request for quotation, contract, scheduling agreement, and purchase requisition, my purchase order, previous purchase order, if I have anything else you can prepare. Now I will show you how to create a purchase order. Hopefully all of you can, and quite, I mean, little bit acquainted with this interface now. Yes, or else anyone is having any problem, then tell me to up to this. Yes.
No, sir.
Yes. All, am I clear up to this? How to reach to this tab?
Yes, sir.
Right. So now I will prepare a purchase order. Yes, you need to create your own purchase order now. Once I will prepare. Okay, so this is initially, once again I will start from the scratch, so that you will able to know, but you have to prepare it by your own. Okay, so this is the path that I will follow. Now in the SAP menu access, yes, I will go to the logistic, material management, purchasing, purchase order, and go to the create and double click the ME21, or else you can directly write the same transaction code here or and you can get to know these informations. Okay, so just what you need to know, what you need to do. Okay, you need to create a standard purchase order. So this, in this option, it is already set, because you have selected ME21N. Now in the vendor, suppose I will take the vendor 1020. Okay, 1020. Then just place enter, and you will have a information that entering purchase order, what purchase order, purchase organization is required add for this operation. Suppose I will enter the purchase organization, that is 1000. Okay, 1000, and then I will go for the purchasing group, that is 001, and 001, that is Dickens B. This is actually German company, that is why they have mentioned like that. Okay, as I have already told you, this is a German based company, so all this will be in the German base. So I will take the company code 1000. That is what I told you yesterday. All the company code will be mentioned in the 4-digit alphanumeric, but here taken only numeric things. Okay, so this is all the information that you can put it in the header data. Now we'll go for the item overview. Okay, in the item overview tab, what we need to do, you need to put the information for material, which material you want to issue a purchase order. So I will take the material M. Suppose I will take the material M10. Okay, and purchase quantity for, suppose I will take the quantity for 5 pieces. I want to order M10 for 5 pieces, and delivery date you may mention or you may not mention. It is not mandatory. Net price, suppose for 5 pieces, as you are I mean you require here 100 euro for 5 pieces. Okay, for which plant, and you require for 1000 plant, and for which storage location as the storage location is also 4-digit numeric key, then you can call 0001. Okay, 0001. So now you are ready with your all the information. Now just click or you can check whether you have any information on you can see, you can check it whether any information you have provided is wrong or not. Okay, a order value 4.500 euro below minimum order value. Okay, so that is okay, no problem, we can change that part at any time. Net price for item 0001 adopted from last document. Okay, no problem, so we can adopt that part also. So now what we do need to do, so now we need to save it. Okay, so do you want to save the document of process data? Okay, save it. Okay, now you can see here or a standard purchase order created under number 45 000233358. I hope all of you can see these things. Yes, am I
Yes, sir.
clear?
Yes, sir.
So now your purchase order has been created. Okay, so purchase order has been created at you can note down these 4500023358. Okay, so whatever purchase order you will create every time in this SAP software, you will get this purchase order starting from 45. Okay, see the questions may be asked you at some time. The purchase order number, whatever purchase order number, or you will start you will start with which number, that is 45, right? And now I want to see whatever purchase order I have created at whatever purchase order I have created, that will be whatever information I have given, that information is there or with this purchase order or not. How can I see? How can I see? Neha, can you tell me how can I see this purchase order? Neha,
Sir,
are you
the
there?
transaction. Yes, sir.
Neha, can you tell me? I want to see this purchase order that I have created. And what are the informations I have given? Whether I have information provided by me is correct or wrong?
Sir, ME23N is the transaction code for display the purchase order.
ME23N, or else
And yes, sir.
okay, that may be one way. But in this tab, how can I go for this purchase order? How can I see my purchase order?
Sir, document overview.
Document overview, and under document overview, where I have to go? I have to go to the selection variant. This
Yes,
this
sir.
this is the tab of selection variant. In selection
Yes.
variant, where I have to go?
My purchase order.
My purchase order. I will go to the my purchase order, and you can see I have created the purchase order as 4500023358. Okay, so just double click this one, then you can see your purchase order that you have created is you have created the purchase order for this purchasing organization, for this purchasing group, and for this company code, and you are requiring a M10 material 5 number of quantity, and your delivery date, you need to put the delivery date by 8 February 2021, and you require all this material. Okay, and but net price 20 euro for this Hamburg plant and storage location, this one. Okay, and also you can see the in the item details, you can see the material group, for which material group we are getting this information. I hope all of you who are getting this or wrong, or getting this or not. Yes, anyone who is not get to know this purchase order creation? I hope 31 to 30 people are there. So anyone who is having problem with this purchase order creation, you can or any at any point you can and have any problem, then you can ask me. Okay. Anyone is having any problem up to this creation of purchase order? Yes. Hopefully, so I will all of you are there with your computer. I hope so. All of you are able to log in. Yes. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Hitesh, are you able to log in with your ID and password? Okay, so all should try. I will give you 5 minutes and just try all these things. Whatever information is there, I have already it is in my screen. You try it for 5 to 10 minutes. Then after 5 to 10 minutes, then I will see how many of you have able to create this purchase order. Okay. So try it for 5 minutes. I'll be here only. You try it for 5 minutes. All
Hello, sir.
yes, Basunda, tell.
Sir, I am unable to log in with my password, sir. ID and
Okay,
password.
that is why from the past class only I told you to sort it out that things. Okay. Anyhow, you can later on you can ask these things, but you try to get to know all these things. Okay, we will discuss that part. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Rest those who are able to access, you can try to create that purchase order and tell me what is your purchase order number.
Excuse me, sir. Sir. Hello, sir.
Yes, Amrit.
Sir, it is asking about the details of vendor, enter a vendor.
Vendor I have put now 1020. That is what you also try. The same thing.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah. How many of you have tried? Yes.
Sir, when entering the data in material group, it gives a number 07. Something.
Which group?
Material group, material group, MATL.
M10. This one.
No, sir, no, sir. The next to the order.
Next to the
Sir,
which section you are telling about? You are telling about. Tell me in terms of header item. Which one? This one is the header section. This one is item overview. This one is item
item
details.
overview, sir. Sir, in item overview, there is a MATL group.
That is material group.
Yes, the material group.
You don't have to put that. That will automatically take. You just put that plant and storage location.
Okay, sir.
Except Amrit, how many of you are working? Yes. Except Amrit, how many of you are working? Students, you need to respond. If you will not respond, how would I able to know whether you are getting the things or not? Yes. Except Amrit, how many of you are working? Tell me. I mean, if you are there in the meeting or you just logged in and keep silently. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Sudipta, you are working, right?
Yes, sir.
So you got your purchase order number?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sudipta has got the purchase order number. Anyone else? Anyone else? You are working with your live server? See, without simultaneously you are working, you won't able to get all the details. That is what you will face the problem. That is why repeatedly I am asking all of you to attend with your computer and simultaneously practice with us so that you will able to know these things. Neha, you are practicing? Neha?
Yes, sir.
So you got the purchase order number?
No, sir, I'm trying.
Okay, try it. What about Radhakant?
Yes, sir. So I'm on my device, sir. Logging issues, sir.
Okay, still you have not sorted out your login issue.
No, sir.
Okay,
I'm on my laptop.
okay. Sort your login issue as soon as possible. What about others?
Yes.
Anyone and who has successfully created or anyone is having any problem? Still let me know or else we will go to the next topic.
Sir, created, sir. I have created 2 purchase orders.
Quickly, please, so for all, I hope all are keeping just silent. That will not going to work for them. Okay, so you need to be interactive. So Sudipta, quickly, can share your screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just let me stop sharing. Okay, now quickly please share your screen and show your purchase order number.
So the screen is visible.
Yes, yes.
Sir, here it is. I have created. Here is one created under. I have created my company vendor this name, and the purchase order number is
But
45.
Sudipta, you are only that ECC server login things is.
Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. I am just doing it again. Yes, sir. Now it is.
Yeah. Now it is there.
Sir, I've created under my name of vendor, that is 100623 SUD company,
Okay.
and the purchase order is 4500023357,
Hmm.
and another one is here under vendor name 1000. I've created two materials, that is M01 and M06, and the
Very good.
purchase order is 4500023361.
Wait. So I want you should prepare your own vendor, or that is you should prepare on the vendor name called Sudipta Naik vendor, and your purchase order, sorry, material name like what etc material etc 01, like that only give your own material name, and like that only give your prepare your own vendor, because I think it has been taught to you in the fourth module, fourth
Yes,
book.
sir.
Okay, so how to
Yes.
create your own vendor, how to create your own material, and I want you to create your own vendor and own material.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so next thing, you should try with your own vendor. But here it is, what it is, so that a red alert is there.
Yes, sir. I am just working on this problem. I have to delete this. It is asking for account assignment. I will add that.
Okay.
This ML300.
Okay.
So
Regarding account assignment, you need to practice this part. Okay,
yes.
so that is very good that you have created one purchase order. Other should also follow the steps that we are discussing. And Amrit, are you able to generate?
No, sir. I am currently facing some issues. Sir, can you so please again just a fast overview how you created all, or
Okay,
I can.
so I will show you once again, and in the learning hub, so that you will be also the learning hub also, you can also practice. Okay, so Sudipta, you stop sharing.
Yes.
I will share
Yes.
this. Yeah. So now I will go to my learning hub, and I will show you all this details in detail. Actually, what happened, Amrit, now when you will go for this creation of this purchase order, um, you need to provide certain information that is already that is already you need to be predefined. Okay, like this vendor informations, you can already create your own vendor. Actually, these things will not be I mean, it is not in your past book. It is there how to create your own vendor. All these are there in the fourth book. That is what you will able to know. But still, for the moment, that is what I have asked you to create a vendor, or for 1020. Okay, so we will also get to know this vendor information on here by providing all, I mean, vendor company code details. But you don't need to require now you don't need to require all this information. Okay, so you need to create your own vendor. That is what it will be taught to you in the fourth book. And regarding in this header data, you will go for the purchasing organization. That is what also you can create your own purchasing organization, your purchasing own group, and company code. But still, all the information whatever you will be provided, and that is what I will show you one step by step. Material also there, and purchasing quantity also there. You can put all how you will put all this information. That is what I will display it in the learning hub. Okay, so this Sudipta has practiced lot, then only she is able to prepare a purchase order. So you also get to know, if you will practice, then only you can able to prepare your own purchase order like this. Okay, so let me take you to the learning hub, so that you would able to know these things. Okay, how to create a purchase order. And also you must know the use of this learning hub, so that step by step you can practice. Okay, so in the learning hub, sorry, I think I have clicked the wrong one. So actually what purpose is learning hub will be used. So this is one step by step, all the informations will be there in the learning hub. You can see for that purchase order that I have created, that is there in the is there in the learning hub in detail. See. So are you able to see my learning hub? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
Yes, sir.
see you can and go through all these details. Okay. I'm directly going into that creation of purchase order because so many things are there. Demonstrate and yeah, demonstration exercise. Okay. I'll go to the creation of purchase order. Sorry, creation of purchase order transaction navigations. Yeah, we will practice here or how create and display purchase order. Okay. Okay, so you can start here or like this. Okay, so hope you are able to see my screen clearly, right? Purchase order screen, that learning of screen. So what it is written here, you work in the purchasing department of your company. The process for procurement of stock material in your company includes creating a purchase order, posting the goods receipt, and processing the vendor invoice. For this reason, then you must know how to process purchase order for stock material as you work with the purchase order frequently. You should include this transaction in a list of favorites. Include transaction ME21N in your favorites. So for creating in purchase order, posting good receipt and processing a vendor invoice, you require to create that purchase order. Okay. So we can skip these steps and directly go to the purchase. You can add it to your favorites. Okay, so we can insert the transaction of transaction code ME21N, and we can go to the next step here. So before you create the purchase order, maintain your personal default value in the purchase order transaction. The default value you can also create click logistic. You can click in the logistic. You can click in the logistic, then and go for the material management. Okay, then go for the purchasing. See, step by steps it is there, or in the learning hub you can click purchase order. Okay, and click create. Okay, then double start the transaction and double clicking vendor supplying. Okay, so this is the things we got it. Now the next step is to choose personal setting. Okay, now next step is to choose personal setting. Where is the personal setting? Personal settings things you will set to know here. Okay, so click the personal setting. Click the personal setting. Now what is the next message? Next message, click the default value. Default value tab to select it. Where is the default value? This is the default value. Okay, click the default value. Now click the purchasing organization to open drop down list. Click the purchasing organization on this purchasing organization. So we can select IDES dust length by clicking it. So click it, single click, and then select the purchasing group. So purchasing group, you need to select the purchasing group, that is SCM 50000. Okay, so you have
Sir?
selected this one. Yes,
Sir, your screen has frozen.
my screen has frozen.
Yes, sir. Sir,
Is
it's
it,
currently showing you are going to select your cursor is upon environment that hasn't moved from there.
is it with all of you, or it is with him only? Yes.
Oh, sir, it's showing the purchase order header and purchase order item.
Yeah, that is the screen only that.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Now the
It's
actual
fine
your
with me, sir.
option was incorrect. Right.
Okay.
So,
Okay. So now the company code, we need to select that IDESAG. Okay. So these are all the basic things that you can set it in the personal data. Now select and save it. After selecting all this, you can save it. Okay. So after saved the personal data, then what is the next step? In the following steps, you will create a purchase order. The material is required for plant 1000 and is to be stored in the storage location, that is 0001. That is what we need to prepare now. Now we need to go put the vendor details. The vendor name is, that is what is called T. TK500A00. Now then, and all the header details already we have mentioned in the personal settings, so we no need to go for the header details. Now we can directly go to the item overview. In the item overview, I need to put the material name. Here I have put the material name TMA500 TM500A00. Now purchase order quantity, suppose 100 pieces, so you want to require 100 pieces you can put, and delivery date that is 28. He has already, that is inbuilt, that is why it is taking delivery date 2013. Okay, now you can go to the scroll button to scroll to the right. Okay, you can go to the right, you can scroll to the right, and you need to put the plant, that is Homsburg plant is 1000. This is why you need to put 1000, and it will automatically take Homsburg. Storage location you need to put 0001. This is what you need to do. Now the next step is to choose save. So you can click here and you can save. Where is your save? You can save here. Okay, save, click save, and in the following step you will display the purchase order. Okay, now your purchase order has been created and it will be displayed somewhere else below. I think it is not showing here. Actually it will be displayed. Okay, now you can see the purchase order that has been already created. Okay, document overview 1, you can click the document overview 1. Here you can click the document overview, and their purchase order has been created. This purchase order has been created, and now you can select this one and this and click my purchase order. Okay, single click my purchase order, and you can see if 4500017327 has been created. So you can select this one, and you can reach the end of the simulation. Now you can see whatever information we have given, all this information is there in your purchase order. Hope you got this all the informations, right? The steps, actually it is the practice things that is there in your learning hub. Amrit, you got it right?
Sir, I think my network is really bad out here. I couldn't see anything. My screen is frozen. So I have seen the where you have assessed that how to. I will access the learning hub and try again and
Okay,
contact you later.
okay, no problem. So that you can try it with your learning hub. Okay, because all these things are there in the learning hub of see, all these maintaining purchase order or is there, so you can go for it step by steps. All this is there in the learning hub, and you can practice, demonstration is there, and you can practice it it. I think can you see some questions? So print and EDI are two possible message output types. Is it? Is it? Can anyone answer? Yes. Neha, are you there? Am I audible, right?
Yes, sir.
Sudipta, what is the answer? Print and EDI are two possible message outputs.
True, sir.
Is it?
Yes, sir.
This is correct. Okay. So all this print and print out and EDI message, as you can issue message as printout, EDI message, fax or email. All these things you can and do with these things. Okay. So that is what you can practice it here also. So many things are there. Maintaining purchase order and you can practice it. Practice is all these things in this learning hub. Okay, so next things, and hopefully other will also practice the same way, the way we are practicing, and let us see. So the next concept will be our goods receipt. So what is there in the goods receipt? If let me check, you can see. Okay, so hope you got to know about this purchase order and the transaction code ME21N, and in the next step after purchase order we will go for the creation of goods received. And the creation of goods received, if we have the transaction code, we are using MIGO, or you can call it as MIGO. Okay, so for MIGO what will happen, you can see what is there in the MIGO. You can see MIGO screen goods received. Yes. So assume important control function in inventory management. See, mostly how the goods received will be there, or whether you are receiving the goods in your warehouse, or you are receiving the goods in the plant, or you are receiving the goods in the storage location, or whether you are receiving the goods in any part of your plant or not. So all these will be shown by a moment type. Okay, so moment type, for the moment type we are mostly giving a moment type like 101 or 122, like 102, 103, like that only you are giving a moment type so that once we'll give the moment type, that means we can know that the goods are moving from the vendor to the storage location. Like that only, this is an example. Like that only I will assign a moment type so that I could able to know that goods are moved from this part to this part. Like that only, if I mention 122, we are returning the delivery to the vendor, because there will be some defects will be there, so that I will be return the goods to the vendor. Like that only some goods movement will be there. Okay, in the goods received, you need to mention that movement type also. So you can see for movement type, you can find out goods movement. And okay, so you can see here, or so this the movement type. If all the movement type will be mentioned, you can find out here, or in the there is binocular options will be there. You can see you can find your document, or you can type your movement type in this tab in the header data, and you can find out which movement type you are using to transport the material from where to where. Okay, so and here we can go for a item overview tree. In the overview tree also you can see the different goods movement and then the details. You can see those part. And in the live server you can go see the transaction code that is used for Migo. You need to note down that and, for goods movement or for goods received, if you are using the transaction code, that is MIGO, that is Migo screen you are using, and where to go, how to go to that Migo, that path I will show you. Yeah, you can see here, or in the purchasing order types, you can see, if you can scroll, then you can know the goods received. If here you can select the good received, then the good received will be whether or with respect to some purchase order. Obviously without purchase order you cannot receive any goods. It is why the good received will be either with respect to purchase order, or what are the other or reference we can take for good received. That also we can, then also we will able to see if we are referring the good received with respect to purchase order, then we are you need to know, you need to give that purchase order number. It is purchase order means we are starting with 45. Okay, also you can find out code using this clock options. Okay, so that you can able to know for which purchase order you are creating this goods received. Okay, and then and from the binocular options you can use the movement type. Actually your material or your goods receipt is done from which place to which place. That is what you can mention using a tab called movement type. Okay, and here in the header data you can able to know the document and date, and the delivery note. If the delivery note will be there, obviously you can mention a delivery note here. In the item overview also you can select this item OK option, and then you can see the storage location and from where, and also you can see whatever the moment type here you have provided, the same moment type will be also displayed in the item overview. Okay, so we can enter a goods movement without indicating a moment type. Is it true or false? Yes, yes. Amrit, are you there? Or Neha, or Sudipta, or others are not
Yes, sir.
responding? Anyone who know
Yes,
that
sir.
we can enter goods movement without indicating a movement type?
False, sir.
How? We can enter goods movement without indicating a movement type, because without indicating movement type you cannot enter goods movement, right? That is why it should be false, right? Without, that is what just now I told, without entering movement type you cannot enter goods movement. That is, the statement is false. So now I will see how to set default value in the transaction. That is what you don't need to see. Material, how to display the material document and post. Okay, now we will see how to post a goods receipt. Okay. Hope all of you are active. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, if you will,
Yes, sir.
if you are not active, then it is very much difficult for you to catch up the speed, because very vast things are there. That is why from the starting I am telling you, you get acquainted with your learning hub, get acquainted with your or live server, so that you can practice simultaneously. Okay, anyhow, now I will we will see how to post a good receipt. Okay, you can see here, or what exactly it is written. As an employee in the warehouse, you are responsible for entering goods receipt in the SAP system. You enter the good receipt with the reference to your purchase order so that you can check whether the delivery matches with the purchase order. Okay, so if you are working in a suppose after placement and those are coming with the price of around 10,000 and per month, or 15,000 or 16,000, like that only the companies are coming to the college campus, and they will take you, and they will place you in the some warehouse. Okay, so what is your responsible, what is your job responsible? Your job will be like to check whether whatever goods are received, and that should match the purchase order. Okay, whatever or purchase order you have posted, that according to the requirement, then only according to the requirement only the vendor has provided the material. That is what you need to check. Okay, so that is what how to post that good. After check, then you can post the good receipt status, because you are the responsible person for goods receipt, and then you need to post that good receipt. That is what we will see today. Enter Migo. Either you can go with this transaction code, transaction code, or you can write Migo. Okay, you can write Migo, go and then enter. Okay, write Migo and enter. Once you will write Migo and enter, then you will be directed to this tab, and in this now in the next step you will choose the transaction good receipt and reference document purchase order. Okay, enter 101 in the default movement type. Okay, so the find, and we have already put the good receipt and purchase order number you need to put for purchase order number. You need to find purchase order, so just click the vernacular options, and for purchase order, for which vendor you have created that purchase order, that also you need to mention. Suppose I have taken for TK500A00, and then I will go for TM500A00, and the plant for Hamsburg, and delivery date I need to put 27. It is already there. So see what is the enter number, the delivery date. I don't know where they have, somebody has changed. That is see, you can see the year 3013. I don't know who will be there in this age. 3013. Somebody have changed, I think, in 06 3013. Okay, like that only. Okay, anyhow, now you can put all your delivery date in between, and you can check it here. Just click find. Okay, then and in the following steps you will select the purchase order and choose the adapt. Suppose you have got all those information on that particular delivery date, from that date to that date all this purchasing has been done, so you can select any one, and or whatever requirement good you have received, so you can select that and you need to select that purchase document, that is 7327. Okay, so click that 7327, and you need to adopt. How to adopt? For adopt, you need to create that adopt option. So this is the adopt option. You can click it here, and obviously all the informations will be adopted. Then now you need to close this tab. Okay, now you can see this standard tail light has been automatically comes in your item overview. So now you need to put a delivery node, whatever delivery node you want to put, but you can write it here, that is ls, something like that. You can put it, and then you can click item OK. Click the item OK here. Okay, and now you can post it. Post it here, and you will able to know all your material, all your document good receipt has been posted. See, you can see in the below material document, and the 5000000057 has been posted. Okay, so in total you can show that good receipts its document number will be starting with 50, right? Okay, so in the next step we will see okay, so in the next step we can see the how to you see the post good receipt post. You can see now. You can go to, I think okay, I hope now you can able to see in order to visualize, or you can see the whatever the posted good you have good receipt you have posted, whether that will be displayed or not. Just click here. You can see how to display a good receipt. So you can display here. We will display the material document good receipt. You can put the good receipt. Okay, so you can put the display that good receipt. Okay, now you execute whatever material document it has already taken. This much of this good receipt number only you have created now. Now you can execute. Now you can click this clock button to execute. Once you will execute, you would able to know whatever information you have provided, that is there. Hope all of you have got it. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now you can click the purchase order data, and you can click the history, purchase order history. This is the purchase order history. If you can click, then you can get those purchase order history, right? So in this way you can able to generate the purchase order good receipt.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is the part that I will show you now in the live server, or how you can where to approach the good receipts. So now Sudipta, you tell me what is the path to get into the goods receipt.
Yes, sir. Sir,
Now, logistic. Now I
material
go
management.
material management.
Then, sir, inventory management.
Okay. Under material management, then we will go to the inventory management.
Then goods movement.
Goods movement.
Then goods. Me go, sir. Goods movement.
And MIGO is there, so you can double click the MIGO. Okay, so you are now in the good receipt tab. Okay, so you see here you are already there in the good receipt. So good receipt will be done with respect to purchase order, and also this good receipt can be done on with respect to inbound delivery, material document, purchase previous order, and outbound delivery with respect to purchase order, reservation, transport, and transport ID. I think this reservation and reservation and material document and all these we will discuss in the I think it is there in this first book or second book. Maybe it is there. Right, this good receipt with respect to the reservation. Reservation is there in the first book or second book, Sudipta?
Sir, it is in the second book, sir.
I think it is in the second book. So reservation, that part only we will see separately, and this is we'll see all these details. So anyhow, now you should learn this good receipt with respect to the purchase order, how you can do. Now for getting this purchase order number, you need to select that these binocular options, and you need to put all these vendor details, material name, plant, delivery date, and then find it. Once you will find it, then you will go for then you will go for here different purchase order number. You will select it and adapt it. Then you put the delivery note number, and you can generate your good receipt, right? Hopefully tomorrow Neha will show this information to us, right Neha?
Okay, sir.
This good receipt you will create it, and you will so demonstrate to us this good receipt, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So Pramit is there. Pramit. No one. Pramit is not there, right? So, or else who is there from the first batch? Vishwajit. Vishwajit Raut. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Vishwajit, you are there in the first batch, right?
No, sir. Second batch.
Second batch only.
Yes, sir.
Or else who is there from the first batch? Except Neha and Sudipta. Okay. So Neha, you will try it for to demonstrate it to us about the this good receipt. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So the next thing we'll see is to the which one? Entering invoices. So let us go to that tab. It is entering invoices. So maintaining purchase order we have done. What's goods received? Okay. Now we will go to the entering invoices. Now you can see chapter wise. If you can see. What is invoice, what does the invoice will consist of, and all these things we can see using in business example. So invoice means what? Invoice means you can see any whatever you will purchasing or whatever you are procuring, for that you will have an invoice. Okay, that will consist of the amount of how much you are paying for that, or all the information regarding how much tax you are paying, how much surcharge, or how much what other taxes involves, GST, CST, or state GST, central GST, whatever you want. All the informations will be there in a invoice. So after purchase order, then you got to know about your goods receipt. Then once you have received your goods, then you need to verify the invoice, whatever invoice will be sent by the vendor to you. Okay, once suppose in your purchase order you have mentioned on that item X, you are procuring item X with respect to 10 per unit, and this vendor has charged you for 12 rupees per unit. Then obviously there is a mismatch, right? You have to pay extra. So that before paying you need to verify your invoice with respect to what is the purchase order you have created, you have sent, right? I hope you got the business example. That is why it is written here, the procurement process ends with the entry of the vendor's invoice. You are responsible for the testing the functionality of logistic invoice verification. For this reason, you require the following knowledge: an understanding of the most important information given in an invoice, how to carry out a simple invoice verification process with reference to a purchase order, or an understanding of the most important effect of entering an invoice against a purchase order. Okay, so that is what you need to understand and in the invoice. Okay, so this is the almost third step. If will be discussed here. After purchase order and goods received, we are doing the invoice received here. Okay, so the transaction code for invoice is MIRO, right? So that is what I will show you now. Go to the now I think Neha will tell us where to go to the MIRO. How to approach to the MIRO? Neha? Neha, are you
Yes,
there?
sir. Yes, sir.
Neha, how to go to the MIRO screen? Invoice verification. We'll go to the logistic, material management. Yes. Yes. Invoice verification. Invoice where you will get logistic invoice verification or inventory management. So we'll see that part at what is the path to get the invoice receipt. You can see here this invoice receipt path for invoice. You can see all those information what is there. I'll tell all these things. Okay, let me check where you got the invoice as verification in my RO screen.
Sir, it's logistics invoice verification.
Yeah. So this logistic invoice verification, document entry, enter invoice. Okay. So that is what at logistic invoice verification and document entry and MIRO here. So this is the enter invoice. Okay, so you can directly write it the MIRO screen, or you can directly write the transaction code. So while entering the MIRO, you need to give the company code. Okay, so the invoice verification tab is there with you. So that is what I will explain you now. What is this invoice verification tab? What is it contains? Okay, so we'll see one by one. Yeah. So here you can see the transaction code for invoice verification is MIRO. Okay, so you can go for it. Let's see under invoice verification and whatever or invoice data is there, or you can call it, or you can match all those invoice data or payment received or taxes whatever they have charged, or you can match it, or you can get those information on from master data, as well as you will get, or you can create your invoice verification using purchase order with respect to purchase order, or with respect to material document for good receipt, or previous invoice you can take the reference. So these are the things that you can refer or before creating that invoice verification, or you can, after creating that invoice verification, you can send this invoice verification to the invoice document, or else you can send it to the accounting document, right? You can send it to the accounting document. So what does this invoice verification or invoice, as a invoice will consist? This invoice will consist of the information about the vendor, the invoice number or document date or amount per item, whatever or things we have purchased, that amount per item or whatever taxes. Yes, that is what I told how much central GST or state GST you have put, all the tax related informations, and total invoice amount. Total invoice amount will also be there with you. Okay, and this also if you have purchase order or delivery note, all the informations will be given here. Also at the end you can see terms of payment will be there. Suppose somebody wants that payable within 20 days of invoice date, or 2% cash discount will be there. Like that only the terms of payment will be, your condition tab also will be there in the invoice. Okay, so these are the things that you can find out in the invoice. And here you can see invoice verification with reference to purchase order. So with reference to the purchase order, or previous purchase order number or delivery note number or bill of lading number, you can refer in a invoice or prepare In order to prepare, you can refer previous purchase order number also. Right. So entering invoice, as before entering invoice, as you need to know something, that other invoice documents, and also you can refer it here, and the vendor details will also be mentioned here, and the layout code under layout code, which what is the item details or item overview, we will get it in the layout things. And you can see the assignment tab, which assignments we are referring from, that also you can set it in the item category. Description of invoice, this transaction code or MIRO, as follows. All these things will be there, you can refer it, no issue. So enter entry of invoice against purchase order. Okay, so that part, this part only we will going to see how to enter invoice as against a purchase order. This is how the steps are there, clearly one by one steps are there. You can practice logistic material management, logistic invoice verification, document entry, enter invoice. Okay, so you can go for or enter 1000 in the company code field, and then you will switch to the invoice tab. So here in the invoice tab, you can put transaction field, choose invoice, you can put the reference number, amount, tax, all this information you can put, and this enter the following data purchase order number also you can put, and you can see step by step all these details are there. You can see in the learning hub, and you can practice it. That is what I mean to say here, is that you can practice it. Let us see how to create that invoice directly. Nothing else is there here. Test your knowledge. So before going to that, let us test your knowledge, what is there, and let me see who is answering this one. Yeah. Can you tell me, you can enter a goods movement without indicating movement type? So this is false, right? Yes. You can enter
Yes,
goods
sir.
without indicating movement type. Yes, this is false. So what is the next one? I think it's only one or what? Okay. So anyhow, let us see how to. So this is goods received, right? We need to go to the entering invoice. All the informations are there. What is we have discussed, it is there. So yeah. So can you tell me, anyone, which of the following pieces of information are always found in a vendor invoice? Amrit, are you there? Amrit? Amrit, are you there? Or who else are there? Amrut? Basant, are you there?
Yes,
Basant,
sir.
Arina? Who is that? Or Bharti? Bharti Panda, are you there? Biplab, Biswajit, who else are there? Which of the following pieces of information are always found in vendor invoice? Which one? Neha?
Yes, sir.
Which of the informations you are getting in the vendor invoice?
So tax rate,
Tax rate,
invoice date,
invoice date,
invoicing party,
invoicing party,
yes, sir.
These are all.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you are correct. So, delivery node number is not there. Delivery node number will be there, or while we are posting a goods receipt, right? While you are posting a goods receipt, we need to give the
Yes.
information of delivery node number. But this delivery node number will not be there, or for entering vendor invoice, right? Okay, so the next one, and Sudipta, can you tell me, when entering an invoice, you may reference a purchase order or delivery note. Is it true or false?
True, sir.
True. Very good. So you need to put the information of purchase order and delivery note. So the next one will be, the invoice is checked to ensure that it covers the right quantities of the right material and services, that the price is as agreed upon, and that it is arithmetically correct. Is it true or false?
True, sir.
True, sir.
True, right? Obviously, the invoice is you need to choose the correct right quantities of the right material or services, right? Arithmetically, it should be correct. Okay, so that is what that is how the questions will be there. You need to practice like that. Okay, so now let us see how to enter an invoice. Okay, so let me go to step by step. So I hope we have seen in how to go to that invoice. So these are the things, that is what you need to prepare the invoice. In invoice verification, you enter the invoice you have received from the vendor. You compare the purchase order and goods received data with the data set out in the vendor invoice. Okay, so let us see. So the first step will be click the logistic invoice. Okay, so logistic invoice verification, and click it here, the logistic invoice verification. Then you go to the document entry, then enter invoice. Sorry, double click, enter invoice. Now the basic data type is, you will enter the recommend data. Okay, here it is not asking that company code, but in the actual server it will ask you a company code. You need to put the company code. Okay, so after putting the company code, you will need to enter the invoice date. Invoice date you need to enter, that is where you want to do, on which date the invoice has been posted. Now you need to put some reference. Obviously you need to give a reference where this invoice has been placed, amount, how much amount on the invoice has been generated, or what is the tax you are applying. Suppose 10% tax, or what is it, 10% tax you have applied, sorry, 11%. Input tax 10%, yeah, 10%. Okay, so that is what this invoice is with respect to purchase order. So you need to give the purchase order number. That is why I told you 4-5 will be started the purchase order number. After giving that purchase order, just click the enter. Okay, click the enter, then you will be redirected to this step, and you can save this post. Okay, you can post it. In the following step, you will display the invoice. Your invoice has been created. Now you can see document number 51 and 05608745. So you need to mark it here, or you need to note down here. The invoice verification document number will be started with 51, right? The invoice document number will be started with 51, and but your invoice, but in case of your goods received, the document number will be started with, yes, anyone?
50.
50, very good. So the for good received it will be 50, for purchase order it is 45, and for invoice verification it is 51, right? So So now you can see, click the next step. You can see click the invoice document. Now you can click the invoice document where you can click the invoice document, then and display. You need to display that add invoice. Okay, what is the invoice? You can exit it here. So whatever the invoice you have already there. So click now the further processing. You can go to the further processing. Click the further processing and in the further processing enter invoice. Double click the invoice, and whatever invoice document you have created, it will be there. Just put enter. Your invoice that is created will be displayed here. Now the next step is to choose the show purchase order structure push button, or double click the purchase order. Okay, now show purchase order or structure. So purchase order structure, you need to click here. You can see, and you can double click the purchase order number. And you can double click the purchase order number. This is double click the purchase order. You can see the purchase order history with respect to that invoice, whatever or invoice verified. And with respect to this purchase order, you have verified the invoices because you have ordered the 100 pieces as per this material, and also in your invoice also you can see the same 100 pieces for this particular material will be there. So now you can click the purchase order history. Purchase order history will be here. You can click the purchase order history. Okay, now you can see that for that particular material 100 pieces quantity has been ordered. Okay, you can see for that whatever or 100 pieces you have ordered for this particular material, it has been in order for that same quantity and with the same price. Okay, that is what, and you can check it here. Hopefully the execution will be done properly in the live server, and tomorrow a good receipt will be displayed by Neha, and invoice verification will be displayed by Sudipta, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm having a doubt.
Yeah.
Sir, during that invoice verification, it is not showing the down. Uh, means the point out that the balance is 0, it is not showing to me. So it is not. I'm not
Which one?
getting the invoice document number.
Okay, maybe you will put the wrong what at wrong price. If you have put the price properly, then you will get, see, 100 number of quantity you have ordered, then we have charged them 5,000 and euro, like that. That only you
Yes,
can
sir, I got it. I have just given the wrong amount. Yes, sir.
amount
I'm
wise you need to check it properly, then only you will get those informations correct, or else you will get your document will not be prepared properly. Okay, anyhow, you check it
yes.
tomorrow you try to
Hmm.
demonstrate also what is there, or else I will show it to the others. And Neha,
Yes.
you are ready with that goods received, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is how this is what all about is it about this chapter or the first unit. Okay, fourth lesson is already been covered. So all should practice with these four things. Okay, if you will not practice, is I cannot help you on any way. Okay, the only things you will be, or I can help you if you will practice, or if you can and ask doubt. Okay, then only I will help you, or I can help you to improve you. Okay, improve your performance. Okay, So all should practice, because your ID and password has been given to you, and if you will practice, then only you can get some doubt. If you will get doubt, then only I can help you to or solve your doubts. Okay. Hope all these things you get to know one by one. I will ask, and if anyone is having any problem, then you can ask me. Avinash Manti, you got all these things right? Avinash? Avinash Manti, are you there? See, this will not going to work if you will not respond and keep silently or
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
just log in and you'll do some other work. This will not going to help you. Anyhow, it will be not. I don't want to have any problem. It will be your loss only if you will not work simultaneously. Avinash, you are practicing, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I hope you are in bus or something like that. At then now we will practice. God knows. Okay. Okay, Amit. Amit, you are there? He is also silent. That means he will be busy with some other works. Basant, are you practicing?
Yes, sir. I have seen this means how to practice all this, but actually I have not attended the first class, sir. So I am facing problem to access those SAP Learning Hub and that how to log in. Actually, I am facing
But I
problem.
told you to start from past class is very important. I asked you to be present in the past class. Anyhow,
Yes, sir, I was present, sir, but due to network problem, I disconnected.
okay, no problem. You join and 15 minutes prior to our start of the class, so that you can
Yes,
ask
sir.
your doubt, and I will
Yes.
try to help you. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What about Bharti Panda? Are you there? Bharti? Bharti, are you there? I hope she is silent. And okay. Yeah, Biplav, are you there? Biplav, Biswajit, Pradhan, Biswajit Raut.
Yes, sir.
Uh, are you all practicing, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we're practicing daily.
If you are practicing, then and obviously you will get some doubt. Once you will practice means you will get some doubt. Okay, so tomorrow I want to see how much you have proceed, how much you have practiced with these three things: purchase order,
Sure,
goods
sir.
received, or this invoice verification, right?
Sure.
Okay, okay. I'll ask you what you have done. Okay, Vishwaranjan Mahanti, Jagannath Prasad Kuntia, are you all there? Kali Prasad Panda.
Yes, sir.
So you are practicing.
Sir, today I learned the basics. I will practice that today only.
Okay, today only you need to practice, or else it will be very much difficult to match our pace. Okay, so that is
Yes,
why.
sir.
Okay, okay, and Paraiz Jibit Kumar. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Jibit, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you are facing any problem? Okay, Piyush.
Yes, sir.
So Piyush, you got to know all these things what we discussed today.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so practice it, and if you have any doubt, then you can ask me. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Prasnajit, Prayas, Radhakant, are you all there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So you all are getting all these things that I discussed today, right?
Yes, sir. We are
Yes,
getting.
Okay, if
Sir.
still you have any problem, then you can ask me and join it. If you have doubt, then you should join prior 15 minutes to the start of the class and you can ask your doubts, right?
Sir, one more thing, sir. That first class recording can we get, sir? Only the first class.
Yeah, I will share it. Actually, well, I need to upload it. It is there. I have downloaded, but it will take some time to upload, or because it is 1 hour or 2 hour, I think, recordings. Okay, 2 hour recordings there. I have already downloaded, and I will upload it. Okay, once I will get some time because the other classes are still there, so I am not getting time and to upload all these things. Okay, anyhow, I will upload it very soon. Okay, and you will able to access those videos. Okay, I will share it once I will
Yes.
upload. I will share the link. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
And Ritik, Saswat, Srimant, are you all there?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
you get all those things right? What we discussed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Soumyakant, Suman, Sunny.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So are you getting the things what we discussed?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you practice it and you will have some doubt, then ask me. And Subesh and
Okay, sir.
Tanmaya, are you there?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir. I am there.
okay, so you are practicing the things, right? What we discussed, or else you can practice it today.
No, sir. I am not started. I will practice from tomorrow.
Okay, practice and tell me. See,
Yes,
see,
sir.
daily I cannot ask you all. I cannot ask you to all whether you are practicing or not. So
Sir,
hopefully,
actually, I had not installed the software. Today only I installed. So I
okay,
will practice
very
from
good.
tomorrow.
Very good. Then you have installed and you practice it now. Okay, all these things, whatever you have. And tomorrow when we will start our class, before the start, you all should ask your doubts. Actually, daily I cannot ask you individually whether you are practicing or not. If you will practice, you will get some doubt. If you will get the doubt, then you can ask me to clear your doubts. Okay, then only really you can completely get to know about all these things, because this is a continuous things to learn, and very new things for all of you, because this Sujita and Neha, they have attended the previous lectures, previous session. That's why they are able to get to know all these things. So you also continuously get in touch with these things so that you are able to learn it perfectly, because this OSDA is planning to conduct an exam. I mean, this SAP will conduct an exam. Once you will clear that exam, you will be certified at from the SAP, and that is what in the very introduction class I told you. You will be globally certified at if you clear this exam. Okay, and once you will clear this exam, worldwide there are lots of companies are there, or even in India, lots of companies are using this software, using this ERP technology, that is this SAP based ERP technology. Most of the companies are using. It will be helpful for your or career, for getting you a job. Okay, that is what you need to be serious about your own training program. Free of cost, you are getting this training. Okay, so you need to practice. As much as you will practice, you will help yourself only. Okay, that is what daily I cannot ask you individually. There are so many students are there, or I cannot ask you regularly, right? You also you practice yourself. If you get doubt, you ask in the forum. We can discuss. If I may not know a few things, but if you ask, then somebody else, those who have practiced, they will help you. Okay. Okay, done?
Sir, I am having it.
Yes, you can ask.
Sir, about that invoice, sir, the amount will be based on the purchase order we have given that. And the tax, sir, the tax amount?
Tax amount will be either you are charging 10% or 15%. It is up to you. I mean, how much you are charging, or whether in during purchase order you have given the terms and condition or not. So condition wise, you can check the condition whether that condition has been given, how much tax is given in the condition tab. Okay. There is in the item details, you will find out that condition tab. In the condition tab, just check whether during creation of purchase order for that particular item, how much amount of tax you have given. Okay, in the condition tab of the item details, it is there in the purchase order. If you can, once you can check that tax, how much you have implemented there, then you can find out. Obviously, you can get to know all these things. You can clear your doubts in the invoice. Okay,
Yes, sir.
just try it. Try it once, and tomorrow I will anyhow. I will
Yes.
show you how to create that invoice verification. Okay, you try it. If you are not able to succeed, will I will show it to you, demonstrate to you. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So you try, all of you try these things what we discussed today, and you can ask your doubts tomorrow, and you should join. And to by 5:45, I will already set the meeting link. You should join prior to the class so that you can ask your doubts. Okay, and we'll see whatever we can discuss us tomorrow, right? So till then, and good night, and we'll meet once again tomorrow at the same time, right? Okay. Okay, then I will stop it here.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Good night, sir.
Good night. Good night. So before leaving, I should take the attendance, right? No, about that. Okay.
Thank you, sir.